Folks, how we doing? Well, it's a bit grim today. Proper grim. It bounced down in the night. Bounced down. It's misty. I've just been down to the bike now. Bike wasn't undercover, so it's bike soaked to skin. Proper soaked. So, it's alright anyway. It's no big deal. Bike's fine. It's now about 20 to 8 in the morning. We're heading down to Lyon today. Where's Fair? Say hello, Fair.
Good morning.
Yes, we're heading down to Lyon today. We was going to do a lap of the Picos Mountains. I'm not sure whether we might just skirt around. I'm not sure because the weather it's grim. It's really grim. And as you can probably see at the top of the mountains, it's under cloud cover. So we end up getting soaked.
I won't see it, will we?
Not much for sea. Not much for camera. And we're coming back this way on the way home from the tour, so we might just drop on better weather on the way back. Yeah. So yeah, go and have some brekkie anyway, and then we'll see what's what. See you in a bit. Morning folks, how are we doing? Day 2, or day 3 if you include the boat day as day 1, I don't know. Anyway, we've woke up to wet roads. The rain last night was horrendous, because we're in, like I said, we're in mountains and that, so the rain last night was grim. And it's forecast a bit on and off today. But I've checked on weather, and the further south we go now it's getting better, so we're alright, we're going to plod on. We're going to Lyon today, and we're stopping in an old monastery, which has been converted obviously to an hotel. It's supposed to be really, really unbelievably nice, but it's really, really unbelievably hard to find as well, apparently. All the reviews on it said, great hotel once you find it. Apparently it's in a pedestrianised zone in Lyon city centre. And some people said you've actually got to phone the hotel when you nearly get there. So we'll have to see. It might be getting to Lyon, then I might have to put it on my phone on the old Google Maps and get in like that. Or if anybody ever get a chance and you get off the boat at Santander, Bilbao, or wherever, give this place a go. Las Arenas. Can't fault it. Brilliant place. It's only a small little town, all really, really friendly though, when there's little bars and restaurants dotted about in all nooks and crannies. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, there's not much English getting spoken around here, but you get by, aren't you? You talk same, and there's only so many words for beer, isn't there? So, anyway, yeah, we had to go with this last night. It was brilliant. I think it was some bars here. I'll try and look at it right now. Oh, it was down there. That's where all the bars were, down there. And you might see our hotel just on the side. Our hotel was just up here to the right of it. You see the sign for it, Hotel Torre Cerrido, or something like that it is. Cracking place, unbelievably friendly. English fellow that owns it. Can't do enough for you. I'll put him out to it. Oh yeah, you should just be able to see it there. There's a thing on the hill. I don't know whether the trees are going to clear in time. Which through them trees there, that's the hotel. Brecke. You should get the view. There you are, there's the hotel. Stonking place. Dead cheap. It was only €90, half board, breakfast, evening meal and all that, and little bar in there. They do your fried eggs and that in the morning, which, as most of you know that go where you sometimes you struggle to get that, like. So yeah, we repacked the bags. I'll tell you about that later. We had some fun with that. I didn't actually realise what Faye had brought until I said it all out of bed this morning. I was just laughing away in the background on Instagram. I like said, because last year we had loads of space, and this year like we bought an extra bag and we've got even less space than I thought. So when we get through, we get out of it, see where we're going. I'll tell you about that in a bit anyway. So for now, we'll leave you to it. I'll check back in when it gets a bit more interesting. Hey folks, that check on that then. When I'm leaning up, put camera on, I'm sort of hitting the intercom buttons as well, so we're going up and down with volume. But it's we at the moment touch a bit of wood. We've not really had any rain. The floors have been wet continuously. We had a bit of drizzle just, but it was nothing. We didn't actually touch us really. Wind was blowing it over the bike, so we're just under we're 94 miles from Leon. But at this rate, we're going to get there a bit early. So we are going to stop for a brew and that in a bit. Anyway, I'll take some pictures thingy after a phase bag, or phase bags. Phase many bags. As in last year's tour, it was alright. We only took a waterproof thing on top of the panniers and we had plenty of room. And this year we've got like more stuff and an extra BMW bag. And how come we can't fit everything in? I'm not sure. I've not brought as many clothes. So, we was at hotel room before, and I'm looking at all stuff on bed, and I think like, where's all these big, like vanity kit type things with all makeup in? Like, where do these come from? I said, well, this has got this in, this has got that in, that's got, and she had one. I bet it was the size of a small suitcase. You know, them travel things that you take on aeroplanes that you can actually take on board. I bet it's probably the quarter of the size one. I said, what's in that? Showed me, there were rollers in it. Rollers. We're on a motorbike, so she's brought a massive thing of rollers. We've got 2 giant bags of toiletries. Christ knows what's in them, I don't know. I thought we'd only bought a bit of soap or whatever. More hotels have that anyway, so we've got she's brought all the bits and bobs that we got for weight. She brought all bloody toiletries and everything. So we've got a bag basically just full of shite, to be honest. I mean, not really of any use to anyone. But yeah, a big massive case of rollers. Oh, that's all that about. It's all wrong now, isn't it, lads? It's all wrong now. I'm there. Sacrificing a few t-shirts and whatever, and she brings half the bloody house with her. Talk about travel lighter. Anyway, I put camera on now at road's crap. It's been twisting through mountains and everything. The minute I put camera on, we just like sat on the main road. Anyway, I'll throw us back on in a bit, folks. See you in a bit. Hey, folks. As well, I couldn't see the thing come on then. Just had our first bit of rain. Wasn't that bad. It's only for a couple of minutes, but I've not got waterproof pants on at the moment, so I just tuck my legs in and it's alright. Yeah, it's not been so bad up to now, which just a pity we couldn't do all the mountain parts really, because the hotel we stopped in, they do guided tours over mountains and that, only on foot though, like rambling type of thing. They take you up in a van, but they said the forecast was pretty bad for up there today, so we'll do it on way back, or cross over them a bit later on down the road, like, but it's the weather, where you can see up there, the clouds are lower than the tops. And he said it was forecast bad weather with rain and that, so the walkers were they're getting out early so they can get back before rain starts. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, probably stop here for a brew, I think. We're a bit early. Well, we're a lot early. Because we're planning on doing mountains, which is going to take like an hour and a half longer than this route. Shorter route, but obviously slower and twistier, isn't it? And we've not ended up doing that. So we've got a bit of time for kill now. So I think we'll come in and have a brew. So anyway, folks, I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, morning, folks. Just stopped for a brew. It's fair. Lids on floor. As you can see, clouds. It's dead warm, honestly. It's like sticky. Bit sticky. No, it is warm. It's just you can see the tops, can't you? Well, not really you can see it on that light, but it's the cloud cover's really low. And as I said, the guide at the hotel, he was taking the walkers out. He said it was really grim. He said it was really grim today, and he told them, the walkers, they needed waterproofs and all the rest of it. Oh, Christ.
So that's why we changed our plans a bit. To be honest, except for this last little bit of road, it's not been bad. We've been going through up villages and like the smaller parts of the mountains, so it's not been too bad. Fair's just knacking off. Bike's running great. It's running brilliant. Been really good on juice as well up to now. I've just filled up this morning and put €20 in it. It's got a big tank on it, but €20 in it, and that's going to do us for the next couple of days by the looks of it. Our big ride, or if we had to do any distance, might be from Lisbon down to Albufeira, but we'll see how we get on with that. Anyway, folks, time for a brew.
Bye. Hey folks, how we doing? Have a check yet? Yeah there. Well, we've just stopped for a brew at services then, and that road that we was on, it said it was going to turn into toll road, so we sat that off and we've just jumped on this back road. The mileage isn't any different, to be honest. Much better road though. Yeah, so still cloudy, but we sat down in the services for a brew, then just checked the weather at next few places we're going to over the next few days. It's getting hotter and hotter, so we're laughing. Apparently on no rain tonight, it's going to be 80 odd degrees, so we can live with that. Oh, this is much better than being sat on that carriageway. As I said, we only went on that because the forecast was crap for today. This is nice and picturesque, isn't it? Tell you what, there mustn't be many people liking these tolls because the loads came off where it's at the beginning a bit late. And what I looked at the map, this road just basically runs alongside of it, just keeps swapping underneath it and to left and right of it. Oh, we're not in any rush. I checked on the phone before and he said you can't check in until 4 o'clock. We opened all this, we just dump stuff in the hotel and go for a mooch. Right, so this hotel's supposed to be a pain in the arse to find. Like I say, you got to go through a pedestrianised zone. There is a thing on the booking. It says the bollards have got to be lowered to get through. And you got to ring the hotel and they'll lower the bollards for you. But hoping, like I say, I've not seen them, so I don't know. But I'm hoping we just be able to squeeze through them. It should be fun anyway. I'll throw a camera on. We have a go with that. After saying that, what should be no drama, go straight to it. Well, it could be a bit of a giggle, could it? I was never been to Leon before, so all new to me that. Leon, there's a Seattle Leon in front as well. How mad is that? And it's spelt the same as well. That's how it's spelt. L-E-O-N. Lovely round here. We're only 44 miles from it, so at these speeds it's probably about an hour because they said we're only plodding. Well, I believe Leon, a bit of a student, but it's like full of tapas bars and all that. We had a look on Google Maps as you do, like, and because our hotel's right at centre, but apparently it's surrounded by tapas bars, which we can have a go on. Although I'm not having chicken from them from last year. I had chicken last year at one at tapas bars and was sick as a dog. It was a bit pink, and I just thought it was the colour of the flavouring or whatever, but oh, sick as a dog. And we're going, we're climbing here, doing some proper climbing. The speed limits are really, really slow around here. And I've said it past, it's pretty pointless flying past some of these cars because there's loads in distance, just be doing it all the time, and we're in no rush, so we just plod on through them. Oh, there's a nice sharp one coming up here. A 90-degree jobber. Look at this. Goes right round. It is much better than Toro's, this, isn't it? White building up there. Sorry folks, I've got the intercoms on talking to fair. It's like mad random buildings in the middle of nowhere. It must be high because we're coming up to that bloody cloud cover there then. Still climbing. Signs of ice there, warning ice sign, and I think it's at a 10-degree incline. Oh, we're still climbing. This is a little fine, this road, isn't it? "13-degree incline. Tremendous, this. Oh aye, proper little fine, this one. Anyway folks, we'll put you back on when it's something worth seeing. Our biker friends. So folks, I'd have put the camera over that last bit of that then, but there was signs. We went above the cloud level. Honestly, you couldn't see a thing. All traffic was gone for about 15 miles an hour. You couldn't see, I don't know, 5 foot in front of you. It was terrible. I can't remember what the altitude was. It was silly high. But you could, like I say, you couldn't see a thing. But there's big pictures. Well, sorry, big signs saying photo opportunities, you know, really good, but you couldn't see out. It was a waste of time ever stopping them. We just dropped down the other side of the mountain and ended up with this. Look at this now. You want to think, honestly, 2 minutes ago it was freezing and was soaked, and look at this now. All although there is still snow markers outside the road, so you can imagine it gets a bit grim at winter now and again. Look at this, eh? I'll get in front of him now. We've already took over this white van once, but I'm not sure whether he knew the area because he flew past us up this hill. And it looked like he knew where he were going. Because honestly, I had the sat-nav on so I could see the roads. But some really sharp bends, and honestly, I'm not exaggerating, it was like 5 or 6 foot in front of you. You couldn't see nothing. So I got behind him, let him follow him, mind knows what he's doing. You know when they know what they're doing, like you said, he wasn't braking for some of the bends, you know, which you would have done if you didn't know the area, like. Come on, pal, you back up, you're not going to pull out here, are you? Yeah, you stay where you are. Well, the SD cards haven't turned up, so I don't know what I've done with them. Must have left them on windowsill. So when we get to Leon, I'm going to have to get some more cards. And I'm all set out in nice little case and everything. You stay where you are, pal. That's a busy place, isn't it, there? Oh, that bike that was with us before, services. See it then? They just said a bike, then it was parked side of us when we had our brew before. They must be just having a brew at every brew stop. Old train station there. Mad little village. It's getting warmer now anyway. Anyway folks, I'll speak to you in a bit. I just threw you back on. This tunnel looked like it was going to be amazing from right back, so I just threw the camera back on then. It's not quite as dramatic as I expected. No, I wasn't to know. I could just see it coming up in distance, so I'll throw it back on there. Excellent. Anyway folks, see you in a bit. Well folks, just coming into Leon there. Like I said, never been here before, so I've not a clue where I'm going. And as I said before, the hotel's supposed to be a pain in the arse, but fine. Oh, I'm going to have a bit of fun here. Going to have a bit of fun. It's I'm sure it's a monastery. Is it a monastery? It's a converted monastery, something like that. Because it's I think this town's full of cathedrals and that kind of stuff. But it's supposed to be like a bit of a scenic jobby when you get in here. And it's full of like the tapas bars and things to see. It's picture type places, so we'll find out anyway, won't we? Never been here before, so no idea what to expect, but all the reviews are pretty bang on with it. Because according to sat-nav, we're only a mile from it, so I don't know if the sat-nav's going to try and take us in, or I'm going to have to get the phone, I'll get the old Google Maps, so we'll end up where the sat-nav takes us, then we'll play it by ear then, I think. But it is up a pedestrian zone, so I don't know what the crack is with that. And this is our last day in Spain, into Portugal tomorrow. So we get our hour back, so we have to change our watches again. So I think tomorrow, like if it was only an half an hour ride tomorrow, we'd actually get there before we'd set off. Right, this is where it's going to get interesting, I think. You what, love? I know it's a collegiate or something like that. And are we supposed to stop for these? Like, oh, what's crack? I don't know. What's your car come flying past us? Oh no, there's a red thing. There's a red man on it, isn't there? I'm trying to look for something that's familiar off the Google Maps, and nothing looks familiar at the moment. We're just, honestly, we're coming right up to it. And we're looking now, let's have a look. Nope. Yeah. Turismo Cathedral. Because I think we're near Cathedral, you know. And that looks familiar there, babe. Yeah, I think it's actually taking us through that, you know. Yeah, because it's got to there, hasn't it? No cars, and that's got to be the thing, hasn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah.
I think Satnav played a bit of a blinder, eh? I'm sure that's our hotel, though.
Yeah.
Right, folks. Yeah, that's it. I think. Right, folks. I'm just sort of recognised it. The where you can see the wall there, then you can see the windows above. I'm sure that's our hotel. Pretty positive. And you've got to go through this pedestrian thing here. Now, it did say there was bollards, and you've got to phone the hotel. Yeah, there's the bollard, isn't it? So we can go straight through that, can't we? Yeah. Wonder if that's the hotel then. What do you reckon? I fucking can. Of course I can. That just means because of the barriers, not down. Sorry, folks, in Gavin to fair. I'm going on. I have no idea. I asked him that on the thing, like, but there's no sign on it. According to this, we're here. Hang on, let's just pull over a second here. Let's sort our life out. Eh? Well, obviously that's not the thing, is it? Wonder whether it was like straight through that other one. It looks something like that, didn't it? I don't know. I'll have a look. Sorry, folks. I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be it. Oh, there's a car coming here. I may have to. Do you want to just jump off a second then, mate? We'll have a look. Right, folks. So we're a bit lost here. We're not far from it. We're gonna Google map it now. I've got a feeling that's it there.
Over there.
Yeah, I think that's it there. Right, folks. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Well, folks, we're here. Oh my God, that was painless, wasn't it? After all that bloody minder, the people saying it's dead hard fine, straight in. Can't check in for an hour, but they let us leave our stuff, so we just got changed. You want to see the hotel? Honestly, you want to see it. It is stunning. Oh yeah, there's the courtyard. You can see much. That's the courtyard there. Oh, you can be able to see. Oh, it's really dark. I don't know if you can see much, but it is proper amaze balls. Yeah. The real. Oh, it's on this side of me. Oh, you don't see it through there. No, you can make that out. The real Collegia di San Isidoro. Look at that. Let's try not fall down the stairs. Might have got the camera. Oh, we're in Spain. Our last day in Spain. Portugal tomorrow. Last day in Spain. So Faye's doing the Danny Pedrosa look. She's there. Yeah.
Sorry.
She moves when she's ready for filming. There we are. The Danny Pedrosa look. So I'll go throw our bags back at reception. Back at reception. And then go out for video how they sort our room out. So anyway, folks, I'll take you to reception, then we'll see you in a bar. So also Ted over there. There's Ted. Ted's just chilling. I think Ted wants a drink as well, but we'll sort that in a bit. Anyway, folks, I'll speak to you in a bit. Hi folks, how are we doing? Well, we're in Lyon now. In Lyon. Random old place. Great place. It's like, I'll show you down the street. Yeah, I'll look down the street. Faye's just told me to get up and walk down it. Not happening. That's the street that way. We're waiting for that open there. Molly Malone's. Molly Malone's there. You can see that. Irish bar there. We're going to have a meeting there in a bit. But Faye's just been saying to me that people want to see her as well. God knows why. Like. That's how the star of the show. No, honestly, no. Anyway, what we will talk about is a bar we went to before.
Oh my God!
With the rudest Spanish waitress ever in the world. It's a good job that I'm easygoing. I'm not like, but I was then. It tickled me more than out. We asked for the bill. We had 2 beers and we had some tapas, and we asked for the bill. I know speaking no English. Like, that's us. I'm like, you just spoke English. I know speaking. I have told you I speak no English. Yeah, speaking English. I'm fair. Lost right. I said, right, I'll just go to the fucking bar. Sorry, I'll just go to the bloody bar. Or fecking bar. Cause a fecking. It's a fecking can't I? Go to the fecking bar. What was she like, babe?
No, she was very inappropriate. She was staring at me really sincerely, and I was thinking, hang on a minute, why are you getting angry at me? There's no reason to get angry at me. I'm asking for the bill. I'm sure you can understand I need the bill. And I just went, okay, go away.
Now, she wasn't angry. She was there, but we'd noticed her serving everyone, even the Spanish.
Without a smile.
And she had the worst chip on the shoulder ever. You've never seen some, not a young piece, like, it's quite a nice looking young piece, as you do. But honestly, everybody that ordered drinks or anything, it was a nice classy place. She didn't even look them in the eye, didn't acknowledge anything, and just like, and was mumbling when she walked away. I said, what's up with her? And she served us all right. Up to she gave the drinks fine, she gave the tapas fine, not a problem. As soon as she asked for the bill, it was like, if it had been with lads, I'd have just walked off. And I said, get your bill, show up your ass, and we'd have gone. But I was with bread knife, so make focus first. I was with bread knife, so you know what I mean. You have to be restrained, don't you? Because I'm not like that no more. You know what I mean? No, it's really. But honestly, this place, if you get a chance to come here as well, have a go with this. It's Lyon, L-E-O-N. It's
Lovely.
if anybody's been San Sebastian, I mentioned it before. It's like that. Yeah. It's just bar after bar after bar, tapas. Honestly, you don't need to buy food here. Don't buy food. Just go to every bar and order half a lager, and you get a bowl of food with it. Every one. This one was a bit grim. We only got nuts here.
And sweets.
Nuts with like Haribo in. What's all that nuts? But every other one though, we've had croquettes.
Tasty. You had those onion rings, babe?
We had. I'll show you a picture in a minute. The first ring, they give us. It was like, for want of a better word, like an hash brown on a piece of bread. It was gorgeous. Next one, it came with a piece of bread with like, it looked like an onion ring on it. And I said to Faye, what's that? Because I'm English as they come. Chips and peas from Chippy and all that. You know, I'm like that. And I said to Faye, what's that? And she went, it's an onion ring. I said, not quite. It's a bit sloppy like for an onion ring. She said, oh, it's an onion ring. And she bit hers and said, oh, I love the onion ring, that. So I had a bite. And it was like the rankest thing you've tasted in your life. It was like chewing, I don't know.
Rubber.
It was like chewing that seat. It was like chewing that. So anyway, that's where we're up to. So when we get to the next bar, before we get too drunk, we've only had about 6 or 7 after that. But anyway, we'll get to the next bar. We'll give you a shout again. Faye's leaning over now. She wants to get on the picture, but I will. She wants to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Faye.
Everybody.